It's freedom of religion, not from religion. How often have y'all heard that one? It's Beck, the feminist lawyer, friends, and I'm going to give you some ammunition to argue with your dumbass MAGA family members over the holiday. So in a discussion about, I homeschool my kids, and in a discussion about the bait and switch that a lot of Christian organizations tend to pull on homeschooling parents, someone pulled that little cherry out for me. It's freedom of religion, not from religion. First off, these organizations a lot of times will present themselves as like homeschooling co-ops or, some sort of support group for homeschooling parents or extracurricular for homeschool kids. And then like way down into the fine print, you realize that they're going to make your kids pray and impose a bunch of religious crap on them. And they won't just print it on the tin. Like they won't just say, hey, this is a Christian organization. They like wait until you're invested and you're like ready to get in there. And then you find out they're going to make them pray before their snack. So it's deceptive at best and predatory at worst. So that little chestnut came out from someone who didn't appreciate that I was doing the call out that I was doing. Freedom of religion and not from religion. It just didn't make sense in the argument at all. But the point is here. Let's say your kid goes to an American public school. And at that American public school, there is a new teacher, a social studies teacher, and he is a very strict Muslim man. So as one of the rules in his classroom, he has decided that because the kids in his classroom are within his control, their behavior is within his control as a teacher. And so he believes that if there is a woman or girl whose behavior he controls, he has to ensure that they are acting halal. Otherwise, his soul is in jeopardy. Now, I may be getting this liturgically completely wrong. I am not an expert in Islam by any means. Please do not take this as if it is fact about the way that Islam works. This is completely a hypothetical. Frankly, I chose the religion that would likely inflame a Southern Christian the most. So anyway, this teacher, a devout Muslim man, very strict, realizes that the girls in his classroom, their behavior is within his control. So he now has an obligation religiously to make sure that they act halal. If they come in and they commit haram in his presence, then that's on his soul. He could potentially, he's risking his salvation and his eternity. So he decides that every girl who is going to enter his classroom must wear hijab. He stops every girl at the door and says, you need to put your hijab on before you come into my classroom. And so they are not even allowed to enter the classroom without hijab, because if they come in without hijab, that's haram and that's on his soul. Now, more than likely, the Christian that you're speaking to, the Southern Christian that you're speaking to, in my case, would say something to the effect of, well, they can't do that. This is America. He can't force that on her. That's his religion, not hers. Oh, you mean you have freedom from his religion? So if that school forces my child to pray before snack or to learn the 10 Commandments, I have freedom from that? Why wouldn't I have freedom from that if you have freedom from hijab in that man's classroom? I don't think they thought that one through. And if nothing else, you can tell him some lefty feminist lawyer told you so. Freedom from religion is included. Or rather, by textual interpretation, should be. But does the law even mean anything anymore? I have no idea. Stay safe out there, friends. Do your best to survive the holidays.